When it comes to American history, Augusta has a lot of it. It was the boyhood home of a U.S. president and a U.S. Supreme Court justice. News Channel 6's Kim Vickers uncovers more in this month's Hometown History.
President Thomas Woodrow Wilson, known as Tommy, and Supreme Court Justice Joseph R. Lamar spent the majority of their childhoods right here in Augusta. Both sons of pastors, the boys moved here in 1860, right next door to each other, and soon became the best of friends. One amusing story tells of the two boys skipping school to go see a hot air balloon, despite knowing how much trouble they would be in.
They knew they would get a whipping when they got back to school, so there were lots of cotton bales around, so they stuffed their pants with cotton so it wouldn't hurt so bad.
Tommy may have left a permanent mark on the house that shows that he was likely mischievous at home too.
In the best room, there's one of the window panes that actually has the name Tom etched on the window pane, and that's believed to be an early signature by our future president. It was common for people to take a gemstone that they thought was a diamond and see if it would cut the glass. And it's speculated that possibly Tommy was checking out his mom's diamond, and maybe she caught him before he got the MMY completed. His signature there does look pretty authentic.
A group of neighborhood boys formed the Lightfoot Baseball Club with Tommy as the president. It's believed to be the first known leadership the future president took on. This was no sandlot ball team. Tommy ran the club in a strict and structured manner.
They had specific rules for this baseball team and fines for not following those rules. The rules range from anything from being vulgar to not showing up at a baseball team meeting to not showing up for a baseball game itself, and very stiff penalties. Not being at a baseball game without a good excuse was 25 cents.
Joseph Lamar was appointed to the Supreme Court by President William Howard Taft. Tommy Wilson, changing his name to Woodrow, became the 28th President of the United States, serving 2 terms. It's the only known instance where a future U.S. President and a Supreme Court Justice grew up next door to each other as best friends. Both homes were bought by Historic Augusta in the 90s and restored, Wilson's home becoming a museum. Montgomery is proud of his part in preserving a major piece of Augusta and U.S. history.
Well, I would say it's probably the highlight of my career because it is such an important place associated with not just an American icon, but an international icon.
For more on the story of the boyhood homes of Woodrow Wilson and Joseph Lamar, including the shocking historical figure paraded through Augusta after he was arrested, just head on over to WJBF.com. That's just part of your hometown history. In Augusta, Kim Vickers, WJBF News Channel 6.